The Madness of Frederick. As a boy, I was taught right from wrong by parents, and by clerks dressed down in Fulgian cloaks. I was told, "Thou shalt not," by belligerent busybodies, who owned the divine rules as their own shackles, and urgently pressed those moral chains on my full virile frame, seeking to hold me down, so they might rape my mind. The tirade of their words made no sense to me. Obedience and observance are no virtues. They merit nothing, for they comprehend nothing. They are empty of soul and spirit, and dark as the deepest abyss. To conform to imperial diktat is to abdicate one's own crown, to resign one's own humanity, and forswear one's own existence, aping some abstract essence foreign to one's own truth, which must be found and forged in the coil of life. Their God is dead for me. He serves no use, has no crevice in my life. What need have I of any tyrant governor, who seeks only to carp and criticize my acts, curtail my will and circumscribe my manhood? And yet, if God is dead, and rule of good and ill is passed away, then how can I survive? What sets my way, directs my path? What aim or end can hold my heart's intent and give me hope? Without an ethic, how can I live, or even set life apart from death? It seems I must make up my own, and pass beyond the fancy land of good and evil to the unknown country of want and will, from make-believe to made-belief. I must impose my will on an empty world, project my private rational account on a futile public pageant, bereft of sense. But if this law is no more than will and want, how can it bind or help or guide? How can it exceed the urge of brute and justify the yearning great, an ambition worthy of a Superman? Pursuit of pleasure does not suffice. No lasting satisfaction it provides, but only fleeting respite before the dismal dawning of the next drear day. If will to power is all, then what is that power for? What motivates its exercise, directs its choice of act? There is no point in power to do, if there's no point in doing anything. It seems my mind must know, or at least glimpse, what is desirable, and what desire is for, before my will can reasonably desire at all. I am confused, and stare into the abyss of my whirling thoughts which will not rest, and where there is no hope nor joy nor peace. From that unbottomed pit of woe, my gaze turns back on me. At first I fear, but then I find a clue. To know myself, that is my task, and so disclose what's good for me, by virtue of my known constituent form, and hence unearth, by delvings of my reasoned mind, what I most need, what I may do, and what I must forego. I have to mine within myself a precious ore, the lodestone to direct my own way by.